Good evening, people. How are you today? So, we are back with another session of Wednesdays with Dr. Wagle, and let me just wait for some time. And I was told by many people that, ma'am, you start at dot 6 o'clock, so please wait till we join. And you don't chat with us nowadays. You've become very serious, and you just talk about the topic. So yes, tell me, how has it been with you people? With the unlock happening, a lot of people have joined back with work, and a lot of people are still working from home, but the timings are changed. Also, students are now getting used to the concept of online learning, and parents who used to say दिन भर phone के साथ मत बैठो are now telling their children, please be on the phone, watch what is the next message which is coming in. Yeah. And so a lot of people are joining. Yes, I'm happy to see you. Yeah, so everything is like it's a 360-degree change for all of us. With having said that, some good things have also happened. Hello, Arpita Nadkarni. A lot of good things have also come out. A lot of bad things have also come out. So what's happened with the COVID situation is because people who have been sincerely following the lockdown have been cooped up in their houses for almost 4 months now. Yeah. So there are many things that we have started noticing. Yogesh Khandeparkar, hi, I'm good. Yeah, so people have started noticing a lot of things, like many people have realized that so many beauty procedures that they were following with chemicals and stuff can be done at home, using gharelu nuskhe, or children we have realized that children can keep themselves entertained also. We have discovered new things about ourselves, like the छुपा हुआ मास्टर शेफ इन यू. कोई पेंटर है, कोई शायरी लिखने लगे हैं, या फिर people have started becoming independent. They have started work, they've started small businesses from home, and they're doing pretty well. So let us say that the lockdown has also been good. So simultaneously, it has also been bad, as in terms of people who are feeling very insecure about their jobs. They've lost their jobs. Then there are people who are who are feeling a lot of anxiety, people who are feeling very lonely. So a lot of those things are also happening. um, so coming to today's topic, I think now I should start. I have waited. Okay, so today's topic I took up after a lot of reluctance. I wasn't willing to do this topic because generally, I am the kind of person who believes that each one has his or her own growth pattern. And growth matlab, I'm not only talking about the physical growth, I'm also talking about the mental growth. So each child is different, and each parent is different. So our parenting techniques, are according to what we feel we can do, or what we feel our child needs. So it is a very subjective thing and very individual. So I generally do not like to preach about such topics. But then a lot of people have been asking about this, requesting it. Also, many people have told me that they're really finding it difficult to handle the tantrums of the children, or their demands, or their behavior in the lockdown. And that's because now they have time to observe it, and they're feeling that yes, we need to correct certain things. Like, there was this lady who told me that otherwise my child is in a creche, and the creche lady would always complain that the child was a little problematic. But then I thought it's just naughtiness, and he'll outgrow it. But now I notice that really he has a problem. So we are observing things. So coming to today's topic is the art of disciplining. Okay, I would say rather art of disciplining children painlessly, because I personally feel that sometimes saying less goes off. I'll come back. Please stay with me. Okay, yeah. So let's begin. So I always, whenever I do this, I say this. So please take whatever I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Your child is different. You as a parent are different. So don't go by thumb rules. Go by your instinct, and generally that works. Having said that, let me begin the talk with a small statement. And the statement is, no child is born disciplined. Okay, so each child is born wild, and we teach them, discipline, manners, control, and all these things are cultivated. So don't lose hope. If your child is not very disciplined, you can still do it. Okay, so discipline is always taught or cultivated. Okay, but each of us are different and our techniques are different. Let's try to get a little bird's eye view on what are the techniques that we can use, so that it can maybe help you. Okay, so yeah, what is the definition of discipline? Discipline का भी एक definition है. Discipline is defined as teaching a child self-control and the art of thinking for themselves through encouragement and feel good techniques. Now see, listen to this listen to this definition. That in itself is so positive. It is telling you how you discipline children. So disciplining is a technique, okay, of teaching your child self-control, and the art of thinking for himself through encouragement and feel good or positive techniques. So always remember one thing: if you try to dominate your child, okay, the child will always rebel and hit back, and the entire situation will be lost. Okay, now also disciplining can be defined as helping a child develop self-control. It's the same thing in little different words. Okay, so helping a child develop self-control by setting limits, okay, and correcting misbehavior, that is wrong behavior or misdemeanor, the way of behaving. Okay, so second definition is also saying the same thing, that it is helping a child to develop self-control by setting limits. So this you can do and this you can't do. Okay, and correcting. So you behaved wrongly here, so condemn that act. Don't make it personal for the child, because your voice, the voice that you talk to your child is going to become his inner voice someday. Okay, so like I said, children as a rule, they grow wild. We teach them how to behave in society, manners, school, in college. ये कैसा करना चाहिए, ऐसे बात करते हैं, ऐसे बात नहीं करते हैं, ऐसे खाना खाते हैं, ऐसा नहीं खाते हैं. So this is the technique that we use. In a very expansive term, I would say conditioning. This is how we condition our children. Okay. Now, what is the importance of discipline? Such में important है क्या? So some parents say that no, I will just let my child grow as and how the child wants to grow, and he'll learn or she will learn for herself. Okay, now this is something that I do not fully agree with. So there are certain things that a child needs to be taught. So what's the importance of discipline? So the child becomes responsible for his or her actions. So the child will say, okay, I did this wrong, or this was wrong on my part. So they start accepting responsibility कि ये मेरे से गलत हो गया, and it's always better that you learn to accept your responsibility for being right or being wrong at a very early age, so that once you start accepting this responsibility for your actions as an adult or as a teenager or as an older person, it doesn't become a burden for you. So you are already used to saying, yes, I did this and this is right or wrong because I did it. Okay, also the child becomes more open to interaction with others because of discipline. So you will tell your child that, okay, now we are going to these people's house, you have to talk to them, okay, whatever they ask you, you answer questions. If you want to ask them something, you should ask them. So this is the way you're telling them, okay, okay, abhi dusron ko milenge to this is the way you talk, okay. Or suppose in a conversation that's happening with outsiders and the child is not behaving in a very good manner, so what we would generally say is, no, that is not done, that's not the right way to speak, or I think this can be said in a better way, can't it? So you're slowly and steadily trying to mold the child into a shape and form, okay. So interpersonal skills, now there are many people, adults, okay, who come to me and tell me, ma'am, how do you do this? How can you talk to people? You can talk to anybody, like from a 3-year-old to a 93-year-old, आप कैसे कर लेते हो? So it's just about being able to connect. Your interpersonal skills develop over the years, okay. And as a child, if you have been taught to interact easily with people of all kinds, of all genres, of having no bias, no opinion, it becomes very easy. So when you are disciplining your child, remember, you are carving a future citizen, okay. So it's very important that you do it right, okay. So interpersonal skills start getting developed. The child then easily fits into group activities, okay. So now what happens is, many a times, even in companies, when there are group efforts going on or teamwork going on, one person or a few of them cannot adjust. So they say we are solo players, okay. But being a solo player is a boon and is a deficit at times. So you need to know how to be a team player and then choose to be a solo player. That's a different take. But if you cannot perform as a team player, how will the pyramid stand? जिस पे नीचे के लोग खड़े नहीं रहेंगे तो ऊपर के लोग कैसे खड़े रहेंगे? Yeah, so it's very important that you learn how to fit into group activities, okay. Then a person who has these who can fit easily into these group activities will have no problem going to school, adjusting to new schools, adjusting to new colleges, new work environments, so it becomes easier overall when you are able to accept these things faster, okay. The child also becomes more focused. Yeah, so when you discipline a child, you're telling a child that, okay, ab padhai karni hai, so you are going to sit for 1 hour and finish XYZ ABC. So the child starts mentally preparing himself that, okay, for 1 hour I have to do this, there's nothing else that can be done, okay. And every time the child slips, you correct the child. So that's how that thing comes in, that when I'm doing this thing, I'm only doing this thing and I can do no other thing. So initially it is going to take effort on the part of the parent to see that you are with the child while the child is learning these techniques, okay. You can't say कि हाँ अब तू 1 घंटा बैठ के पढ़ेगा and you are working on your laptop, you're looking at the phone, you're looking at the TV, your music is blaring. No. So if you have to be a role model for your child. Whatever you do, however you behave, your child is observing you. Yeah, you're that ideal that this child has fitted into their brains. If my mom can do it, I can do it. If my dad can do it, I can do it. Very often, if you are reprimanding your child and saying that you have to eat everything that's in your plate and your husband is not eating that particular thing, immediately the child will tell you, "Tota khat nahi hai, main kashala khau." Okay, and then if you cannot tell your husband to eat it, yeah, then it becomes like, see, I'm proving my point. You're telling me to eat, but he's not eating, so even I will not eat. What's the big deal? Yeah, so be very cautious, and discipline is always when both the parents are together, okay. So one person saying one thing, another person saying another thing is going to cause a lot of confusion for the child. So ideally try not to confuse your child, okay, and both of you be on the same footing or on the same page. Okay, then there is also a lot of other things in which your child is better equipped if your child is disciplined, but that's an endless list. So let's go to the main thing. Does disciplining always have to be punishment? Does it have to be very painful all the time? Okay, so no. Disciplining your child need not always be painful, okay. So there are techniques which are which when they used very effectively, they make the entire procedure not only easy, okay, but it is very acceptable for the child also. Okay, so let's now I'm trying my best to fit in a very big topic into smaller things. So I'll just give you pointers, okay? So and the entire thing maybe is a whole half day session, but let's just take it chota chota to which you can easily grasp. So the first thing that I was just telling you is be a good role model. Okay, painless disciplining kaise karna hai, this is the topic. So so the first thing is you have to be a good role model. Now what do you mean by a good role model? You have to practice what you preach. Okay, so if you can't do it, you can't tell your child to do it. So if you say कि okay plate में खाना waste मत करो, you see that you don't do it yourself. या फिर रूम छोड़ते वक्त लाइट और फैन बंद करना चाहिए and you leave everything on and you go, doesn't work. Okay, so these are small things, but we many a times we tell you, why did you say that you're not feeling well? You're too well. Yeah, so you have to be a role model, and whatever you're practicing, you or preaching, you have to practice also. Okay, so the second point, I think the second point is more important than the first point. It says appreciate before you criticize. Okay, so like I was saying that your inner voice is what your parents have always spoken to you, right? So if you are a critical person with yourself, that's because you had critical parents, or you had dominating parents who would constantly tell you that this is not right, or this is not the way it has to be done. Okay, so always find something nice and talk about that, and then talk about the the negative part. Like for example, if your child is giving a speech and he or she doesn't get a prize, okay, you can always say this, that you didn't get the prize, that's absolutely fine, but I really like the way in which you stood confidently, your posture was very good. Maybe we need to work a little on the dialogue delivery, or on remembering things a little more. I'm sure you can do better than this next time. Yeah, but this was really good for a first time attempt. It was very good. So when you're saying this, you're blunting the blow. Okay, you're very well telling the child that the child's dialogue delivery needs to be improved, but you're also saying, listen, I liked your confidence, I liked your body language, I like the way you stand, so there is something positive in you and we can make it even better. Yeah, so that's very, very important. Okay, next, applaud at the slightest efforts to change. Okay, so we always say ना, तुझा काही होणार नाही, है ना, तू कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता, तेरे से होगा ही नहीं. Never use this kind of language with your child. छोटे से छोटा effort applaud करो. Always appreciate, always exaggerate the positive effort if possible. At least, if not exaggerate, at least mention it, because it makes a world of a difference. I have seen children who are genuinely difficult children with behavioral problems, but a little bit of encouragement from me or from my side makes a world of change in that child's life. So the parents come back and tell me, doctor, पता नहीं आप क्या बोलते हो, आप जो भी बोलते हो वो सुनता है, हमारी नहीं सुनता. So it's very simple. I keep telling them the same thing. It's just about appreciating a little bit and then giving the medicine with it. But if you are constantly going to criticize, be critical, only point out the negative, it will never happen. Okay, so always applaud the slightest effort to change and not the wrong behavior. So always appreciate that this child is making an effort to learn or to correct his behavior. Okay, so if a child is very demanding, and you go to the mall and the child starts throwing a tantrum, and you remind the child, do you remember what you promised me? And the child just does it for a brief second and stops. When you come back home, never forget to tell this child that you've been such a gem of a child today. You started out doing it, but then immediately you corrected yourself. I'm so proud of you. See, you are such a well-behaved child. this is going to make a short impact on the child. Okay, so please try this technique and see, it is definitely going to work. Okay, set a fixed routine for meals, studies, TV, sleeping, playing. Okay, now what happens is, this routine generally, we set up for our children, okay, but we don't follow it. So there are many parents who, when I ask them, okay, what's the schedule? What's the child's schedule like? So they'll tell me the schedule is like this, ma'am. This time this, very, 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 very sorted. So breakfast इतने बजे होता है, फिर स्कूल चला जाता है, फिर स्कूल से आता है, फिर सोता है, ये करता है, वो करता है. Okay, ठीक है. And then I ask them, okay, and are you having your meals with the child, or how is it? So they are like, no, उसका तो हो जाता है, हम लोग फिर आराम से खाते हैं. Okay, so what you're trying to tell the child is, because you're a child, you have to follow a different set of rules. With me, it's going to be different. Ideally, what I suggest for you is eating time. Okay, always try to have your meals as a family and emulate what you want the child to do. So if you want the child to eat properly, see that everything that the child is served is also in your plate. So if you're giving the child some salad or some sabzi which you want the child to eat, you see that you eat it no matter, even if you don't like it. Okay, because the child is keenly observing. Okay, you are telling the child, don't watch TV while eating, and you are on your mobile and you're eating. Not that. No matter how important your work is, do it before or do it after, but never with with your meal. Okay, so always so always have a routine and try to follow that routine. So you can always tell your child कि चलो अभी छुट्टी है, Saturday, Sunday is a holiday, so you get a day off. Okay, you can sleep little later. Or you tell your child तुम अभी सो जाओ, and then you're sitting till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the night. So child asks you, आप क्यों सो नहीं रहे हो? And then you say क्योंकि मैं बड़ी हूँ. That's not wrong. That's not right. So you got to tell the child that, in the daytime, if I'm trying to get time for this, I'm not getting the required time, so I need to put in a little more extra time. And you are a growing child, so your body is growing cells, whereas our cells have already grown. So explain it to the children. Just don't give them answers like, because I'm old, or I'm grown up. No, the child will never listen. Okay, so have a fixed routine for sleeping, playing, and give choices to the child. Let the child choose, but don't waver. So you can tell the child कि आजकल ये बहुत हो रहा है कि I want a mobile phone. तो mobile phone, okay, you will have the mobile phone with you as long as it's vacation. The moment the vacation is over, the mobile phone comes back to me. Yeah, so this is a rule that you're laying down. So this child knows that at the end of that, the set time, I have to give the phone up. So there is no argument about it. And even if there is an argument, you have to tell the child that, you had agreed to this. Are you backing up on what you're saying? So that gives them a conscience. Okay. And of course, you should not have that trait of going back on your words. Otherwise, they will catch you. Okay. Now you have to set limits with your child's help. Okay. So like suppose if it's about cycling. Okay. The child is saying, I want to go out and cycle. So you have to start with small limits. So you tell the child, you can cycle inside the building, inside the compound of the building. Okay. So for a month you will do cycling inside the building, or after a month you will cycle on the road outside our building. This way, slowly and steadily increase the limits, and always do this with your child as an entity, as a proper person. Okay, so never say that because I'm saying you will do it. No. Okay. Start with a few rules. Generally, a child can accept very few things at a time. So don't try to push in too many things and say nahi, you have to follow it because I'm telling you, or I'm doing so many things, so you need to do it. For us, it's easier to accept because our personalities are fully developed. For children, slow and steady is the way to go. Yeah, one thing at a time. So it is accepted, it is processed, and it is stored. Yeah, it doesn't become an overkill of things. So no child likes rules, and fewer of them stick to the rules also. So what do you do when your child breaks the rules? Okay, now many parents will be skeptical and they'll tell me, हाँ आप तो बोल रहे हो, but reality में कुछ और ही होता है, right? Am I right? How many of you feel like that? The children don't listen. In reality, something else happens. I'm waiting. Okay, let me just, because people have said that I'm not hiing, helloing them. Let me do that. Hi Sneha, hi Siddhi, hi Dharmesh, hi Medhaj, hello Radhakant, hi Sandesha, Sharvari, hello Rupatai, hi Gandhar, Seema Desai, hello, Shekhar Amin, hello. Thank you, happy Doctor's Day, says Jagan. Thank you. Hi Sanman, hello Shekhar Kunte, hi Vinda, Suyog, hello, hi Sangeeta, hi Pooja, hi Shraddha. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people are saying that yes, it does happen. So what to do? What do we do when the child breaks the rules? अब क्या करे? तोड़ दिया है rule. So they're children. Trust them. Try your patience a little bit. Rules are meant to be broken, okay? But how you teach your child to, accept these rules is entirely how it, the child is going to learn how and what looking at you. So if you're really angry, okay, that the child has broken the rule, okay, what do? Back off. Do not talk at the moment that you're extremely angry, okay, because anger reduces your objectivity, so you fail to express yourself correctly to the child. So back off. If you're extremely mad at your child, just back off, pause, okay. This thing, pause for a cause, I always say, one pause solves a lot of problems. And especially with children, if you're trying to, tell them objectively and you're very angry, half of the time you lose your reasoning capacity and then you end up with something very weird. So back off. You tell your child, mama or papa is very angry right now, okay, if I talk to you now, you will not like it, okay, and I'm too upset, so let's just wait for some time and talk about it later, okay. So discussing things objectively when you're angry, I know it takes a lot of effort because you just lose it, sometimes I'm a mother, I know how it is. Sometimes the child just unexplained why they behave like that, but they do it. So the best way is you tell the child, look, I'm very upset right now, I don't want to talk to you right now, let's talk about this in 5 minutes, or let's talk about this in 10 minutes, or after some time. Then think about it objectively. What am I going to say? What is it that I've really not liked in this behavior? What do I need to tell this child? So that's very, very, very important, because children need to understand that it is that action that you don't like. It's not about them, okay? It's not about you are angry with the child. You're angry with that action. This thing has to be, underline it, it has to come across to the child that it is that action which a mother or the father is not liking. It's not me, that my mom loves me, but it's that action which the child, a mother is not liked, okay. And for you to be objective about it, you have to have a cool head. So always back off when you're angry and pause, okay. Go back and then explain. If you have lashed out, if in that fit of anger, you've lashed out, do not hesitate to say, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry for shouting at you, I'm sorry that I did this, and then you explain the child's fault, okay. I'm really sorry that I blasted at you, but you know what, you did this thing and I was really upset with it, and that made me lash out at you. I'm really sorry about it, Okay, so what you're doing here is you're telling the child that I am human, I can make a mistake, so can you. Okay, first point. Second point is like the way you did this thing. So the action, not you, it's the action. Okay, and the child will definitely realize these two things, say a sorry, and move on. Okay, so the third point, stay composed. Okay, you have to stay composed and fair in your judgment. So there are certain so uh, I think I should mention this. So there are people, mothers or parents who have issues with other people, okay, and they expect that just because they do not get along or they do not like a particular person or a family, the child should not interact with those people too. Now, is this really fair that your prejudices, your bias, your judgments are being forced onto a child? This is very wrong because each child, okay, now if you are having a bias with the parents, why are you including the children into it? Yeah, you are on a different page, you're on a different level. Let the children decide for themselves. So be very fair in what you're trying to teach your child. Okay, so don't impose your judgment on your child. Of course, if you know that something is going to harm your child or intent of the people is really bad and it is not preconceived or biased on your part, feel free to tell your child that this is what I feel, I think you should be cautious. Okay, so warn the child, but do not thopo your opinions and your judgment, and don't impose your ideas on a child. A child is a different entity. We keep saying this, no, ये मेरे जैसा है, ये आपके जैसा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. Okay, each child is born with his or her own genetic code and composition. They may have some things with you, but what has happened with you will never ever in the same way happen with your child. And why don't you trust that if you can battle things out, your child can do it far better than you? Have confidence in your children. Okay, yeah. So then okay, the next point is ask what is troubling your child. So if your child has broken a rule, you have to ask them, why did you break this rule? Are you having any problem? What is troubling you? Talk to me. Okay, so see, there's a way of talking to children. So you will always ask the child in a neutral manner. You, like I said, always talk, find the positive in the situation and address that positive. So the way to start a conversation is, normally you don't do this. Normally you're a well behaved child. So aaj kya ho gaya? Is there some problem? Okay, and trust me, the child will open up and will tell you. Many of them are teenagers, parents of teenagers who come to me and tell me, you know what, they just don't talk to us, they don't tell us anything, they don't tell you anything because you are not listening to what they're saying. Listening happens from here, I always say this. So if you listen, you are asking the child, kya hua? Why did you get less marks? And you're looking at your phone or your laptop, and how do you expect the child to tell you? They feel you're not interested, you're just asking for the sake of asking. Genuinely be interested in what is troubling your child, and the child will definitely tell you about it. Okay, so this comes from a parent as well as a doctor and a counselor. So I'm telling you, it's very important that you show you're interested in what is happening in your child's life. Okay, um, okay, and always ask your child for solutions. So if the child is telling you, okay, you know what, I don't know, I don't understand, I didn't understand this subject more, so what do you think we should do? Don't try to tell him, okay, you are not paying attention, you must have been talking, you and your useless friends are doing this or doing that. And don't start on a tirade. Okay, wait, ask your child what you think should be done. Do you think that I should talk to your teacher and ask him or her to explain it to you again? Or do you want to talk to your friends and, sort it out? Or do you think that I need to sit with you and maybe we can do it? So give the child options, let them choose. That will make them stronger, that will make them more responsible, that will teach them that they are responsible enough with their life and their decisions. Okay, it's very important that you ask them for solutions rather than providing ready-made solutions. The more you spoon feed them right now, the more they will end up as failures as adults. You cannot be there for them all their life. So part of disciplining is also part of letting go, and an art of letting go, I would say. Okay, so let them make decisions also. Also be very firm. Okay, so if the child is repeatedly crying, or attention seeking, throwing a tantrum, asking for something, and then repeatedly harassing you, many children do this. Okay, if you give in, okay, people will look at you like, what a bad mother, or what a bad father. Never mind, don't give in, because the moment you give in, you are teaching the child that this kind of behavior is going to get me these kind of results. So मेरे को अगर कुछ चाहिए तो या तो I row, I ask for attention, I say what bad parents they are, and then just to avoid that embarrassment, the parents give in. Do not give in. Stay firm with your, whatever you said, if you truly believe in it. And if you are changing what your belief is, tell the child why you're changing that belief. Okay, I had said this, but now I have understood that this is this, and that is why I'm saying this. Okay, so be very clear with it and stay firm. Do not let children manipulate you. Children are master manipulators. Okay. So there are times when people tell me, ki मम्मी देत नाही तर मी पप्पाकडनं घेणार, किंवा मी आजी आजोबांना सांगणार. ओके, नाउ दिस इज विलफुल मॅनिपुलेशन अँड चिल्ड्रन आर एक्सपर्ट्स एट इट. दे नो दैट द बेस्ट पर्सन टू गेट देयर थिंग्स डन इज आजी आजोबा. सो उनको दे ही देंगे, ऊपर से तुमको सुना देंगे कि सुना देंगे कि तुम कितने बुरे हो है, या बच्चे को रुला रहे हो, इतना भी क्या है, तुमको नहीं परवड़ता तो मैं लेके दूंगी. At that moment also, take a pause, tell the parents that आई किंवा बाबा थांबा जरा, मी बघते, खरंच जर घेऊन द्यायची गोष्ट असेल तर मी घेऊन देणार नाही का, माझंही मुलंच आहे ना, why will I, so be patient. Don't lose your cool with them too, or don't lose your cool with your children too. I said na, parenting is the most difficult thing that you can do. Yeah, but a little bit of understanding and patience will go a long way. Okay, also be consistent. Now be consistent with what you are saying. Is say the same things always. Don't say one thing once and another thing once, or different set of rules for me and different set of rules for you. Okay, see, I have a lot of material here, but I'm just trying to concise it so that you get through to everything that is there. Yeah, avoid too much criticism or too much of praise. Now there are some parents who go overboard in their praising their child also. So you should have that fine balance. देखो एक डिश में अगर तुम ज़्यादा नमक ही डाल दोगे तो बिगड़ जाएगा ना, या फिर ज़्यादा शक्कर ही डाल दोगे तो भी बिगड़ जाएगा. देयर इज़ अ वेरी फाइन बैलेंस. सो यू शुड नो व्हेन टू क्रिटिसाइज एंड व्हेन टू अप्रिशिएट. यू शुड ऑल्सो नो दैट फाइन आर्ट ऑफ डिसिप्लिनिंग योर चाइल्ड एंड सेइंग कि ओके, दिस इज़ अ गुड थिंग दैट यू हैव डन and I expect that this will happen. But also if the child has done something wrong, don't be overly critical. So I'm saying just have a balance. So avoid criticism and avoid too much of praise also. That's very important. Okay. Avoid physical punishment. Now I'm very, very, very against physical punishment. I agree that sometimes children are really one handful and you cannot handle them, but एक थप्पड़ मार के the problem doesn't get solved. So the child learns that क्या होगा, at most एक थप्पड़ मारेगी. So there are children who come to me with behavioral problems and they tell me, it is, I feel so bad because they tell me ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या मम्मी मारती है. You feel like, how now, what do I tell this child, or how do I tell this parent that that anger venting through the form of physical punishment is really not affecting the child. In fact, it's emboldening him and making it, making the child resistant to that. Okay, and physical punishment, I believe, gives a very wrong message to the child also. That just because I'm bigger than you or I'm more powerful than you, I cannot mentally give you an explanation, so I'm hitting you. Right? That's a very wrong message. And when you raise your hand on your son or your daughter, tomorrow that individual grows up with that notion and is going to use the same techniques in their mothering or parenting. Okay, so ideally do not use this. And then as a grandparent you are going to not like it. तू माझ्या नातीला किंवा नातवंडाला मारतेस, हाथ कैसे लगाया तुमने बच्चे को, ये तुम भूल जाते हो कि तुमने भी तो बच्चों को पीटा था. Okay, so ideally, so the child just becomes more defiant and aggressive. So avoid it at all costs. Don't bribe your children. This is another thing which I very frequently see. Okay, so तुम पहला रैंक लेके आओ, मैं तुमको ये लेके दूंगा, पबजी लेके दूंगा, या फिर तुम यू गेट दिस, आई गेट यू द बेस्ट एंड्रॉयड फोन, और ना आजकल तो एप्पल फोन होता है, और आई गेट यू अ कार. डोंट डू दिस, बट ऑलवेज रिवॉर्ड गुड बिहेवियर. सो डोंट ब्राइब द चाइल्ड कि ये करोगे तो मैं ये दूंगा, बट आफ्टर द एक्ट इज डन, always appreciate and reward that behavior. Now that reward, when I'm saying reward, I'm not saying कि ये सब चीज़ें बाद में दे दो. It can just be a hug. It could be you buy the child something small as a token of appreciation. Okay, but reward the behavior, not bribing for that behavior. Okay. So the difference is, after the task is done, when you give something, that's a reward, and a bribe is something that you're giving beforehand so that the child performs. It's like वो बंदर को कैसे है ना, कुछ दिखा के फिर मार के you get a technique done and then you reward it. So that is the kind of thing we even with animals it shouldn't be done ideally, but बच्चों के साथ तो पक्का it shouldn't be done. Okay. Now I'm coming to the second last point. I know it's getting a little boring. So give your child love, a safe environment, a secure environment to grow. So what happens is, when the child is in a very secure household, the child knows that the home front is very safe. I don't need to be worried about what kind of apocalypse is going to happen today at my house, for which I have to be prepared. And the world is a cruel place. बाहर का भी मुझे stress है, घर पे भी मुझे stress है. So nowhere I'm feeling secure. So this child becomes very restless, very aggressive. Okay. So never try this. Never argue or have violence in front of your child. Never discredit each other. Say, I know तो तुमसे तो होगा ही नहीं ये, it's expected of you, or you're a good for nothing, या फिर तुम करते ही क्या हो. This kind of language, ideally, please avoid in front of your child. Okay, these are the nuances that a child will pick up. So family, so subconsciously these things are getting registered in the child, that this person is a good for nothing. Good for nothing क्या होता है घर में एक कोई ऐसा. So we are trying to indirectly influence their thinking process. So don't do it. Also, don't use your child as a pawn. Many people do this. पैदा बोलते हैं ना. So मेरे को ये कराना है. Like suppose if I want to tell my mother-in-law that I want something, to get her to do something, cook something maybe. So I'll tell the child, you tell Ajji to do this. And the child will ask you, Mika Sangu, then you will say, because she listens to you. So what are you trying to tell her? That, the child, that she has a better hold onto that person. And so you're teaching the child some kind of, I would say it's an unnecessary kind of interaction. So do not use your child as a pawn, or the father against the mother against the father, and putting the child in between. Do not do this. Okay, it gives a very negative message to the child. Lastly, each child is different, and we have to remember that a diamond would not be a diamond. It would remain a coal if it was not exposed to the heat. So disciplining your child is like coal se diamond nikalna. Okay, so each of his facets are being polished when you're disciplining, but see that you don't apply so much heat that the diamond cracks. Okay, so I have come to the end of this session, and this session was about disciplining your child painlessly, and I've tried to concise it and put it in the shortest manner possible. So if you want to ask me any questions, please shoot your questions. I will also take up one or two questions that have been asked, and I'll just answer those. Okay. So this is the question. I'm a working woman. I barely get any time with my child, and I feel my in-laws are spoiling my child. um, the child is 10 years old but doesn't eat with his hands, sleeps with my in-laws, and back answers me. What should I do to discipline my child? Oh my god. So ideally, the amount of time that you spend with your child should be quality time. It's not like, all of us are homemakers, so we are with our child all the time. But the little time that you spend with your child should be quality time. So try to understand the child's day, how what happened today, uh, what are the trials that you had, did you have a good day at school, and listen. So many of us, what we do is we rush back from our work, and then we are cooking or then we are serving food, and in that rush we ask our children, मग काय झालं, मग स्कूलमध्ये काय झालं, मग टीचर काय म्हणाली, and you're not even actually listening. Okay, so the child is observing this, so the mother is not interested is the message which is going across. Yeah. So who is listening? My aji or my azoba are at home, and trust me, they do listen to the children. Yeah, which you and me are not doing. Okay, so what happens is they are naturally more comfortable telling them or talking to them. Okay, so you should not feel insulted because of this or affronted because of this. So the only way out is, the moment your work is done and you're free, sit with your child for at least, the least, okay, is 15 minutes, and ask the child ki आज काय झालं, and then listen, really listen to what the child is saying. So, and everything else that I've said with it, please follow. So the child is back answering, why is the child back answering, why does he feel it's good to back answer. So everything you need to talk to your child. The moment you build a rapport and a connect with your child, nothing in this world can stop the child from being a well disciplined and a well brought up child. Okay, so that was one question. The other question is, my my son is a teenager. He's in the 10th standard, and I just cannot control his screen time. Oh, very, very common question. Yeah. So I too have a teenage daughter, and controlling screen time, yes, is a big hassle nowadays. But we also have to understand that, with the lockdown happening, a lot of school activities or learning activities are also happening online. So what you need to do is, suppose if the child is having school at a particular, say from 8 to 12 or 8 to 1. Okay, you see that child essentially puts away the phone, okay, at least for an hour or so. That's because, one, the eye strain is also reduced. Secondly, the mental comprehension is just lost. Now what generally children do is, after that is over, they switch on to their YouTube or music channels, or they start chatting with their friends, because that's the way they are relaxing. Now what you can do is, you can tell your child, ideally, if you want to do anything, call your friend and talk to your friend. That is better. Or do painting, indulge in your hobby. Now this is the time I'm giving you for your hobby. So there is a break in the constant use of cell phones, and it is something that the child would opt for. So ask them, do you want to paint, do you want to play an instrument, do you want to listen to music, play it loud, it's okay, I will also listen to it. So this is the way that you grow together. Okay, and if your child is a teenager, the teenager will rebel with anything you say. तो तुम उनके मन की भी अगर बोलोगे, पहले ना ही आएगा. So take a chill pill. That's what they'll tell you. So pause, relax, give it a thought, and then try to objectively discuss things with them, because they are growing up. They understand things very clearly, sometimes even better than you and me. But we are, we are confusing them. Sometimes we'll say, okay, you're a child, you have to listen to everything that I say, and at other times you say you're grown up and you can take these decisions yourself. So you're confusing the child. मैं grown up हूँ कि मैं, I'm a child. So certain things, at least let them decide. It's your decision, but you decide with them. Okay, so the best way to talk or to tackle or issues with teenagers is involve them in the process. Yeah. Also tell them about the ill effects of radiation, lack of sleep, major distraction. So these are things that you can explain through your own experience also. Another thing is, if you are a lot on your phone or mobile, the child is going to emulate you. So you also should have some off time. You tell the child, see, अब मेरा ऑफिस का काम हो गया, अब मैंने बंद कर दिया and I'm cooking now. So I'm doing something varied. I'm not doing the same thing. So by example, you always teach teenagers. Okay, so I think that will bring me to the end of the session. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, I'm just checking if there are any questions. You can also send me these questions and I can later on also answer them for you. And okay, thank you. Someone says happy Doctor's Day. Okay, so no questions so far from any of you. So if you think of any questions about disciplining your child or any issues that you're facing with your child, do put them on in the comments of this video. This video will also be visible on my YouTube channel, Dr. Beena Wagle, and you can subscribe it, you can like it, you can watch it at leisure, because many people are working and they are unable to view the videos, as I'm told. So they are there on YouTube. Also, uh, if you want to ask any other questions which are related to discipline and with children, feel free to ask, and you can always ping me, message me. I'm really thankful for all the love and support that you're showing, despite it being a working day and we are back to our work and schedules. So many of you are live with me and watching. It is really encouraging for me. So once again, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I look forward to my interactions with you every Wednesday. So here's me signing off on another session of Wednesdays with Dr. Wagle. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay positive. Unless essential, do not step out of your house. Cases are on the rise. Take care. Each of you is precious to me. So bye-bye. Take care.